Hi everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is on my Xbox Series S, and in this video, it's just so cool that you can do this. So I'm sitting in the cockpit of my my Spitfire. Now this is an expensive add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I won't lie, it's like £24 I think, which is a lot of money. But if you've got Flight Simulator as part of Game Pass, if you haven't paid for it, then maybe you consider it, because what I'm doing with these series of videos is showing you how to recreate famous flights from aeronautical history, some wartime, some not. So what we're going to be doing with this one is we're going to be recreating or reliving a Spitfire's part in Operation Dynamo, which was the evacuation of Dunkirk in 1940. Kind of the defeat that won us the war, you could well say, because the British Army managed to get out of northern France, left all their heavy kit behind, but it did enable us to rebuild. Now the RAF at the time, and in common parlance, is often criticised for not being there, because lots of the troops who were on the beaches, who were on the moor being evacuated, didn't see the RAF. But that's because the RAF were further away. You know, that they were further inland, you know, trying to intercept the bombers and the fighters before they got to the troops. So what we're going to do in this is we're going to recreate taking off from an airfield in southeast England, flying over the Channel, doing a flyover of Dunkirk and the beaches, and then flying back again. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fly for a little bit, then I'll nip into the world map and I'll kind of show you the places that I've chosen in order to do that. So right, well let's fire up the Spit. Let's take our brakes off. Let's fire up the engine. Now this airfield is a bit small. The problem is the real World War II airfields, that, you know, they don't exist anymore, or they've got tarmac. But we just about clear these trees here, I think. Woo! Sorry if the mic's distorting a little bit. But I feel that leaving from these little grass strip airfields is kind of more realistic than taking off from like Biggin Hill off a big tarmac airfield. So what you can do as well is if I freeze the game now, what we can do is we can use the travel to thing to actually now jump to. Hopefully, we're going to be over Dunkirk. Here we go. So now we're over Dunkirk. So Dunkirk is off to our left, and we've got the beaches off to our left as well. So this is pretty amazing, the fact that you can do this, the fact that you can relive a mission, you know, from the Second World War or wherever else, you know, and fly around in a Spitfire, get the idea of the sounds and what you can see below you. Now I know the big cities and towns have changed in the villages, but you know the overall layout hasn't very much, and I think this is kind of it's a way of experiencing history that is quite exceptional in my idea. So the idea here would be to, you know, fly along. You know, we're looking out for any Messerschmitts, fly back along the beach, and then fly back over the Channel to land. So what we'll do, let's now go back to the world map and kind of see how I planned this route and the sort of the things you could kind of look at. So if we go to the world map, so if you've zoomed out, you want to zoom in on kind of southeast England, and there's Dunkirk there. That's Dunkirk. But what you want to do is you want to pick a couple of airfields in southeast England. Now if you click on an airfield, it'll tell you how long the runway is. You're looking for ones that have got grass, and you can just pick one that's got as departure, and then look around and then pick another one. There we go, 3,000 feet of grass. That should be okay for landing. So set as arrival. And then you want to go to Dunkirk, and sort of west of Dunkirk, you want to put in just add points, add more waypoints, and then just go around Dunkirk, clicking and adding like this. There we go. So if we zoom out again, we can see, you know, we've got a route over the channel, do a combat air patrol around Dunkirk, and then fly back again, and perhaps attempt to land. That's very difficult to land in the Spitfire. And that's it. You know, really simple. What I'll do is, in the description below the video, I'll leave links to articles about Operation Dynamo and the role of the RAF in the evacuation of Dunkirk, because knowing a little bit about what happened, I think really brings these experiences to life, and I'm really looking forward to producing some more of these videos about different aspects to aviation history that you can relive them, because in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know, you can go wherever you like. And you know, if you've got the spare cash, I would strongly recommend investing in the Spitfire. Hopefully we'll get some other World War II planes as well. There's a Warhawk in there, I think, but is it Curtiss PT-8 or something? But imagine if we got the Lancaster or the Mosquito. That would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's enough for me. Hopefully you found this video useful and interesting, and I will see you again soon.